Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency, and people are making money today, that's for sure. If you like money, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button to become a member of the Bit Squad. Listen, guys, today Bitcoin has hit all-time highs. Here's Odie. Look at this dog. His name is Otis Wilbur Brutus III. Odie Wilbs, obviously, is what we call him. So you may hear some snoring, or you may see some weird movements. It's a dog, okay? Guys, Bitcoin hit all-time highs today. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I said December 23rd would be the day Bitcoin would hit new all-time highs. Back in over the summer, I told you guys that. I actually said that probably even earlier than the summer. Been pointing to that day for a while. We passed that day, so people were down in the comments trolling and whatnot. And I thought it was funny because I said December 23rd, give or take a week, we hit new all-time highs the week before, and we've now hit it 2 days after. Bitcoin hit $24,500 today, getting ready to move, or $24,700 today, excuse me, getting ready possibly to challenge 25,000. If we can turn that 24,000 into support, that would definitely be a good thing. What does this mean from here as far as altcoins go? Well, that means that altcoins are probably going to pump soon. That is what I think. And when I say altcoins, I'm talking about the top altcoins, top 10, top 20. We talked about that in the video earlier today. Sorry, I had some overexposure on that video. It's because the iPhone 12, by the way, listen how stupid this is. The videos on the iPhone 12 are too powerful for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Like, think about that. How dumb is that? Well, they got to wait for the platforms to catch up to them. So we're going to have some other phone recording options as long and the short of it. But here's the thing. I'm expecting Ethereum, Cardano, Litecoin, Bitcoin forks. I'm expecting all those to have pretty good weeks coming up over the next few days. A lot of people are saying the Bitcoin dominance is getting ready to fall. When that does happen, if we compare to what happened in 2017, Bitcoin will fall, or Bitcoin dominance will fall like a rock. Altcoins will shoot to the moon. Remember, Ethereum was hovering around 300 for what seemed like forever. When it shot up, it didn't just go up a little bit, it doubled, going up to $672 at the peak for the yearly high for Ethereum. So when we're in these altcoins, we're waiting for these big moves. We're not waiting for little boy moves. That's what Bitcoin does. It goes up 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%. We're looking for that big 50% move. We're looking for that 75% move. That's what we're looking at in this run for these altcoins. So that's kind of what I expect to happen. I'm very glad Bitcoin hit all-time highs today. Just want to leave you guys with this. It's Christmas. You guys probably hanging out with your family. A lot of your family members may be wanting to know. You may have a little Otis Wilbur Brutus III wanting to know about Bitcoin. You're going to meet 4 people in your family. And each one of these people you're going to talk to have to be spoken to differently about cryptocurrency. Just remember, when you talk about Bitcoin, everybody wins. That's because you're going to meet people that are willing, people who are investors, people who are nervous, and people who are skeptical. It's a little acronym I made up today, driving to my mom's house with the family. So the willing people, what do you have to tell the willing people? Well, you have to show them how to do things. They're going to want to know how to buy Bitcoin, what apps to use. You need to show them the difference between owning crypto themselves or investing on platforms like Robinhood or Coinbit or PayPal, where you don't actually own the Bitcoin. Also, some of those willing people, you're going to have to slow them down a little bit. They're looking for an immediate come up. They want to get super rich overnight. Not going to happen. When you're talking to investors, people who have played the stock market before, maybe even just loosely, but that's all they know how to do is to invest traditional ways. For those people, push them to the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust or the Ethereum Trust. Getting them in those will possibly help them get more interested in cryptocurrency, and eventually, who knows, they may move on over to Coinbase or Cash App or Binance or one of those custody places where you can actually take custody of your Bitcoin. You're going to meet people who are nervous. The reason why they're going to be nervous is because they just don't understand cryptocurrency. They don't understand Bitcoin, and they think that's the thing that's holding them back. For them, you should tell them, hey, listen, do you know how a Tesla engine works? How many people do you believe invest in Tesla know how the Tesla engine works? The answer is pretty much zilch, okay? Hardly any of those people actually understand. The stock market, most people don't understand the dynamics of how a lot of those companies work, but they still invest in them because they understand they're strong companies. That's where people need to get with cryptocurrency. You don't have to understand how to use cryptocurrency to invest in it. Obviously, people use the HTTP protocol every single day in order to surf the internet. They don't know how it works, so that's not necessarily a great thing. For skeptics, remember, don't waste your time on skeptics. And when I say skeptics, I don't mean people that seem to be like willing to be convinced. I'm talking about people that are haters, people that immediately will just say, nope, I'm not interested. It's a scam. You say, well, more US dollars have been involved in, illegal activities than Bitcoin. And you say less than 1% of all Bitcoin transactions are for illegal purposes. And if they hear that and they say, nope, still scam, then you're wasting your breath. You're talking to people that don't want to see the truth. We've definitely seen that on this channel this year with some people who are haters on the channel or haters to the channel. I don't do the things they accuse me of. I don't do things that are negative, but yet it doesn't matter. They don't want to see the truth. They want to hate. They want to troll. And that's okay if that's what they want to do. Some people you're wasting your time with. You have to remember that. So when you meet the skeptic, allow them to be skeptical. And just remember, just like if you got any good message that you're wanting to share with people, you're just planting seeds. You're planting seeds here and there. And over time, you'll water them, and they grow. And eventually, they understand exactly the benefits of them buying in. And I've seen that in my life with a lot of family members who have now started investing in cryptocurrency. They see the helicopter money, they see the printing, they see the inflation going on in the United States. And then all that stuff I've been telling them for years, it kicks in. And they say, man, should have been listening back when Bitcoin was at $3,000 instead of $25,000. But they buy in. And it's not just about making people money. Remember, this is about generational wealth. This is about, showing people what decentralization and privacy are about. Cryptocurrency embodies all of those things. And it's really beautiful when people get it. So guys, once again, just Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me today. That's all I got. Drop me a comment. Drop me a comment and tell me Merry Christmas. That feels forced. Be blessed. Big boy out.